Um, Recently, you made women test for PEDs in world title fights. A couple of weeks ago, we had Katie Taylor fight being pursued, but there were no results given regarding the testing. And I tried to find out what the New York Commission, they want to give it any results. So I was wondering, could the WBC help with that?
Sure. Let me explain anti-doping testing. The WBC implemented in 1975 anti-doping mandatory for all world title fights. And that led up to 5 years ago. That's the same system, only testing fighters after the fight. So we started the Clean Boxing program, which is a series of programs all aimed at anti-doping testing. The most important one is the random out of competition. So if you are a WBC champion or a top 15 ranked, you are in a universe of fighters that can be tested at any time, anywhere in the world. That is a random testing that we fund. So Vada selects on a system which fighters every month they're gonna test. They go knock on the door of the house or the gym and they do a test. Okay. From there you can get either a missed test if they cannot find that fighter, or they test him and you can get either negative test, then the case is closed, or an adverse finding. And that's when a process begins. Adverse finding, it means there has been a positive. So we have had a series of positives out of competition, and those have led to canceling fights. Those have led to suspensions, fines, and special programs. There's also contracted testing for a fight. The promoter may contract out of competition, so that means those fighters who are fighting each other are tested throughout the process of the fight, and they're tested after the fight as well. Vada has a very strict and the best program of what they test and how they test. It's the Rolls Royce of testing. So you can do it out of competition and also in fight testing with Vada. There's also the regular fight testing. That is the responsibility of the local boxing commission. And that is the one that we try to work with the commissions to verify which lab and what type of testing takes place. But each commission is independent and autonomous. So there's a gap there. The women's boxing, we are in the process of enrolling the champion and the top 5 challengers into the system, and the actual testing is going to begin in September once we have everyone enrolled.
Also, the last fight was not tested.
They had testing from the New York Commission,
Okay.
but every state is different, and many times we don't even find out. If there is no positive, then you don't find out anything, but it's a matter they do not release for legal matters, I believe.